What's up, Fate family? Jarvis the Guy in the Void Jarvis YT here, and welcome back to another Diecast review. Yes, we are finally back, at least for the month of October, because by some sheer coincidence, as if by fate, I'm finally able to bring the show back, but we'll talk about that more at the end of the video. Right now, we're talking about the Hot Wheels Twin Mill 3, which was first introduced in the 2022 Then and Now line of cars, which makes sense because the Twin Mill is a historic design for Hot Wheels. I mean, the original Twin Mill, which I guess would be retroactively referred to as the Twin Mill 1, was first introduced in the original Sweet 16 Hot Wheels cars, which were the very first Hot Wheels cars ever produced. And ever since then, ever since the 50s or 60s or whenever they put them out, the Twin Mill has always been in production in one form or another. And obviously, they've updated the design throughout the years. And the Twin Mill 3 is the design that I'm most familiar with because this is the design that's been around for most of my lifetime. And this is pretty solid. And don't get me wrong, you know, there is a bit of recency bias, but even then, looking at it through an objective lens, the Twin Mill 3 is still pretty solid. I mean, recently I've been on a bit of a kick collecting Twin Mill cars. I have this variant. I also have a Braille variant, which I'm currently not able to review, but I definitely plan to at some point in the future. But regardless, I really do like just the shaping and philosophy behind these cars. It's like, because the Twin Mill, you know, this is what a Hot Wheels car is supposed to look like. Extremely exaggerated proportions. You have two massive exposed engines at the top, which just adds to the feeling that, okay, this is a powerful car. This is going to win you any race you're in. You have, you know, less detail than I guess anyone would have liked on the back. I'm not entirely sure what they were going for. I don't know if this is like a cost cutting measure, because the only real details you have back here are the two exhaust pipes and this little lip at the end, which I guess is supposed to suggest a spoiler. I mean, they never put in a lot of work to the back of the Twin Mills, but the front, it's just so badass, man. It's like I said, this is what a Hot Wheels is supposed to look like. So, you know, in a way, it feels sort of unfair to judge the design on this one because it does everything right. It does everything that fans and collectors and kids want and expect Hot Wheels to be. So in a way, this is the standard. And if we're judging every other car to this standard, then it's hard to look at the standard on its own, if you catch my drift. But otherwise, in terms of this particular variant of the car, as you can see, the primary body paint is purple with orange accents, and that's seen through the bottom of the car, which is only really exposed near the front, which also works very well because it ties in to the orange highlights that you see on here, which are dual stripes that run from the back to the front. And at the back is capped off by this really nice silver piece here. If I can get the camera to focus on it. No, I can't. I need to buy a new phone. I don't know why I haven't already. Yeah, but you know, the orange paint on the car itself is also accentuated by these silver stripes that run, I guess, parallel to the dual orange stripes. It looks really nice. Everything just flows together really well in this car. The color choices were supreme, and although personally I would have preferred to have a variant which was Metal Flake Blue with gray and orange paint striping, just so it would fit him better with the classic Hot Wheels color scheme of orange and blue. I do still think that this works, and I can really appreciate the detail and craftsmanship that went into making the actual custom visual design of the permutation, as well as the, I guess, you know, overall design work that they did all those years ago on making the Twin Mill 3, which is an enduring design and pretty much a Hot Wheels trademark at this point. Yeah, but either way, man, in terms of recommendations, I'd say absolutely pick this up. I mean, it's very recent. This permutation is from 2022, yet I was able to buy it this year, so it's obviously not very rare. And the Twin Mill is really just an iconic Hot Wheels design. So if you don't have one in your collection already, and you're at least somewhat serious about building your Hot Wheels collection for whatever reason, then you got to get yourself a Twin Mill. You will absolutely feel better about yourself for having one. I've been collecting Hot Wheels in earnest since probably 2015. Never once have I found a Twin Mill, but when I did finally find one, I was like, hey, this is a pretty cool shit. I've definitely been missing out because this is just, again, quintessentially Hot Wheels. And no matter how many permutations that this design seems to go through, whether on the Twin Mill 1 or even the Twin Mill 4, which is inevitably going to be made in the future, this design is always going to look badass. Either way, man, that's my review of the Twin Mill 3. I guess in this last part of the video, I'll be explaining exactly why Diecast Reviews is back all of a sudden. And as I said in the beginning, I've recently acquired some extra free time. Let's leave it at that. And yeah, no, I decided, you know what, let's bring the show back for the month of October. It's unlikely that the next, I hate to call this full season, will be able to go into production until sometime near the end of the year. So I said, hey, you know what? There's still a certain amount of people subscribed to this channel that watch Diecast reviews. So you know what? Why not give them the Diecast content that they've been wanting? In the sea of PNG tuber, NFL predictions, all this other crazy shit. Let's give them something that they can just kick back, relax to, not have to worry about any satirical political agendas or the psychotic ramblings of a delusional NFL fan, which I guess if you're watching Diecast reviews, you're still watching that delusional NFL fan. But yeah, either way, man, welcome to Diecast Reviews Homecoming. Either way, man, let's see how it goes. Good to be back up in here reviewing all these Diecast cards, and we've got some good reviews for you this month. So either way, man, I think that'll wrap it up for me. I've been Jarvis Guy and Avoid Jarvis YT. Stay tuned for more Diecast reviews. Take care of yourselves. Go with God. Have a great night. And as always, I forgot, this isn't an NFL video, so I don't end it like that. See you guys in the next one.